Perhaps more than anything else, the way you handle your cattle reflects directly on your business. The better your cattle handling skills, the more smoothly your operation will run. Kurt Pate from Helena, Montana is a cowboy, he's a horseman, he's a rancher. He's well known now as a stockman because of the years he's devoted to handling cattle correctly. He's made it his passion, and it shows. Kurt, let's break it down to some of those key elements that make a difference handling cattle. First being point of balance.
The point of balance, that's a spot on the side that changes just a little bit because of the environment. The spot on the side of the animal that causes him to either go forward or backwards. So let's demonstrate that. When I move into this animal here, right now it's about at the shoulder blade. When I move in behind his shoulder blade and put my energy there, that causes him to go forward. When I step forward in front of the shoulder blade, he stops or turns back. Now right here, if I pressure to his ear, he comes on by me. If I step forward in front of his shoulders, I stop him and turn him back. This next one, I just put the pressure on behind the shoulders. It causes the animal to move forward. All right, when you go in behind the point of balance, they should move forward. Now here, I'll step in, and now if I move in front of the point of balance, that stops him. Now here's the point where I got to be way out in front of this animal because the other animals are drawing him. So that's the point where the shoulder blade isn't the point of balance. Here, now I can stop him just by stepping forward because there's no cattle drawing him. So now the shoulder blade's the point of balance. I step back, he should step forward. I'll step in, he steps forward. Step forward just a little bit, he stops. If I want to turn him back, I'll stop him here. Now when I want him to move by me, all I have to do is go by the point of balance and he walks off.
Let's go next to flight zone. It's talked a lot about. Let's break it down.
All right, flight zone. I think it's not only important to know the flight zone, but the zone right before the flight zone. If you penetrate the flight zone of an animal, he moves away. If you penetrate it too fast, he moves away quickly and scares himself or doesn't go the direction you want him to go. The other thing you got to remember is when you penetrate that flight zone, the animal has to have somewhere to go. If he doesn't have anywhere to go, it scares him or he runs over the top of you. When we move into that flight zone, the cattle need somewhere to go. If they have somewhere to go, they'll react to the flight zone very easily. Now, the environment around the cattle and their disposition is what creates a flight zone. Some of these cattle that are a little more gentle, the flight zone is real close. Real flighty cattle, of course, the flight zone is farther away. But here, when I step in, you can tell when the animal's getting ready to leave, that's the flight zone. So the flight zone is always changing. It's a changing bubble around the animal. But when we penetrate that flight zone, the main thing to remember is having somewhere for the animal to go. Like here, if I penetrate this flight zone too fast, these cattle will panic themselves and they won't want to work. Step into the flight zone, let them work out of it. So what's important to remember is your point of balance. You get your point of balance positioned, and then you move into the animal's flight zone to get them to move. So here, we position our point of balance, we get it established, and I move into the animal's flight zone to get him to move away from me. Here, I'll step back, and then step into the flight zone to speed the animals up. So things start to tie together. Point of balance plus the flight zone. But it's always point of balance first, followed up by penetrating the flight zone.